Welcome to our channel. It's the most wonderful time of the year, a time for carols, cookies, and chilling tales that send shivers down your spine. Today, we delve into the dark side of the holidays with two true Christmas horror stories that will make you think twice about stringing up those twinkling lights. These are true stories shared by real people who experience the terrifying side of this festive season. So grab a blanket, dim the lights, and prepare to be scared. The holidays will never feel quite the same. The holidays were always a special time for the Thompson family, a time for togetherness, warmth, and of course, the tradition of selecting the perfect Christmas tree. This year, however, the chosen tree seemed to bring something more than just holiday cheer. It brought with it an eerie presence that chilled the Thompsons to their core. It began subtly. An unsettling chill seemed to follow the tree, a coldness that permeated the living room, even when the fireplace roared with a cheerful blaze. Ornaments, lovingly collected over the years, began to fall from the branches, as if propelled by an unseen hand. The children swore they saw fleeting shadows dancing on the periphery of their vision, always near the tree, always watching. Days turned into nights, and the unsettling events escalated. Whispers seemed to emanate from the tree in the dead of night, hushed voices just beyond the realm of comprehension. A pungent, earthy odor clung to the air around the tree, a smell like freshly turned soil out of place in their cozy home. The children, once eager to hang ornaments and string popcorn, were now plagued by nightmares, visions of shadowy figures lurking in the branches of the Christmas tree. One evening, as the family gathered for their nightly cocoa by the fire, the lights flickered, plunging the room into darkness. A collective gasp escaped their lips as a blood-curdling scream pierced the silence, followed by the unmistakable crash of shattering glass. Fumbling for a light, the family discovered the source of the commotion. Little Emily, the youngest of the Thompsons, lay sobbing on the floor, her face pale with terror. "The tree!" she whimpered, pointing a trembling finger toward the now toppled Christmas tree. "It pushed me!" Her words hung in the air, heavy with fear and disbelief. The once festive symbol of joy now lay on its side, a malevolent entity disguised in twinkling lights and tinsel. Desperate for answers, the Thompsons reached out to a local paranormal investigator, a woman known for her ability to communicate with the other side. Her findings sent a chill down their spines. The tree, she revealed, had been cut from a property with a dark and tragic history, a place where a malevolent entity lingered, trapped between worlds. The first snowflakes of the season were falling, blanketing the small town of Hollybrook in a serene layer of white. The aroma of gingerbread and pine filled the air, a symphony of scents that heralded the most wonderful time of year. But for the Carter family, nestled in their cozy cottage on the outskirts of town, the festive cheer would soon be replaced by an icy dread that chilled them to the bone. Christmas Eve had arrived, a night filled with anticipation and the magic of childhood dreams. The Carter children, 8-year-old Sophie and her mischievous brother, 10-year-old Ethan, were lost in a world of wrapping paper and brightly coloured bows, their laughter echoing through the house. As dusk settled and shadows grew long, casting an eerie glow on the snow-covered landscape, John Carter, the family patriarch, went about his usual routine of securing the house for the night. He double-checked the locks on the doors, peered out the windows at the serene winter wonderland, and set the alarm system, a sense of contentment settling over him. Upstairs, Sarah Carter, his wife, was tucking the children into bed, their excited whispers a testament to the magic of the season. A chorus of "Merry Christmas" and "I love yous" filled the air as she switched off the lights, leaving the children to dream of sugar plums and presents under the tree. Hours later, the silence of the night was shattered by an ear-splitting crash. John and Sarah bolted upright in bed, their hearts pounding in their chests. The sound, unmistakable and terrifying, seemed to have originated from downstairs. Fear coiled in their stomachs, cold and sharp. John, grabbing his heavy maglite from the bedside table, whispered to Sarah, "Stay here with the kids and call the police." His voice, though calm, held a tremor that betrayed his fear. He crept down the stairs, each creak of the wooden steps amplified in the stillness. The air hung heavy with an eerie silence, broken only by the frantic thumping of his own heart. As he rounded the corner into the living room, a scene of chaos greeted him. The Christmas tree lay on its side, ornaments scattered across the floor like shattered dreams. Wrapping paper was torn and strewn about, the once neatly wrapped presents ripped open, their contents spilling out in a jumbled mess. But it was the sight near the fireplace that sent a surge of ice through John's veins. There, scrawled across the wall in what looked like crimson paint, was a single chilling message. "You can't hide." The sight of it, so brazen, so menacing, made the hair on the back of his neck stand on end. The old Victorian house stood on a hill overlooking the town, a silent sentinel to countless Christmases past. Eleanor, its current resident, had always felt a strange connection to the house, a sense of melancholy and longing that she couldn't quite place. This year, however, that feeling intensified, intertwined with a chilling presence that sent shivers down her spine. Eleanor had inherited the house from her grandmother, a woman known for her eccentric ways and her love for all things vintage. Among her grandmother's possessions was an antique silver hand mirror, its ornate handle cold to the touch. Eleanor, drawn to its beauty, hung it in her bedroom. Unaware of the chilling secret it held, it started subtly, a flicker of movement in the reflection of the mirror, a fleeting glimpse of a figure standing just behind her. At first Eleanor dismissed it as an overactive imagination, the result of one too many ghost stories read by the glow of the Christmas tree lights. But as the days grew shorter and the nights longer, the occurrences became more frequent, more unsettling. One particularly cold December evening, as Eleanor was brushing her hair, she noticed a figure in the mirror, a man, tall and gaunt, with piercing blue eyes that seemed to pierce through her very soul. He was dressed in a style that seemed oddly out of place, a long black coat and a top hat that spoke of a bygone era. His face, though handsome, held an expression of profound sadness, a deep-seated sorrow that seemed to emanate from the mirror itself. Eleanor gasped, dropping the brush in her hand. The man in the mirror turned his head slightly, his gaze locking with hers. For a moment time seemed to stand still. Eleanor felt a strange pull towards the mirror, a sense of familiarity with the sorrowful figure reflected in its depths. Then, as quickly as he had appeared, the man vanished, leaving Eleanor shaken and bewildered. Driven by an insatiable curiosity and a growing sense of unease, Eleanor delved into the history of her grandmother's house. She pored over old documents, dusty photo albums and faded letters, searching for any clue that might explain the mysterious figure in the mirror. Her search led her to a dusty old diary hidden in the attic, its pages filled with elegant cursive handwriting. The diary belonged to her great-great-grandmother, a woman named Amelia, who had lived in the house in the late 1800s. As Eleanor read through the faded entries, a chilling story unfolded, a tale of love, loss, and a broken heart that echoed through the ages. Amelia, it turned out, had been deeply in love with a man named Edward, a dashing young gentleman who had swept her off her feet. Their love, however, was not destined for a happy ending. Edward, on Christmas Eve no less, was killed in a tragic carriage accident, leaving Amelia heartbroken and alone. Eleanor read on, her heart pounding in her chest, as Amelia described her grief, her despair, and her unwavering belief that Edward's spirit remained trapped within the walls of the house. In her final entry, Amelia wrote of a silver hand mirror, a gift from Edward that she believed held the key to communicating with his spirit. Eleanor's blood ran cold. Thank you for braving these chilling Christmas tales with us tonight. If you enjoyed these stories of holiday horror, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more terrifying tales. We're always on the lookout for new stories to keep you up at night, so if you have a chilling experience you'd like to share, be sure to leave it in the comments below. Have a safe and spooky holiday season. Remember, sometimes the most terrifying things lurk where we least expect them, even amidst the twinkling lights and